Peace be with you, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Trevor. Really grateful to have you here. And in today's video, I'm just going to be going over 10 fragrances that I think are backup bottle worthy. And the reason I think that is because I actually own backup bottles of these 10 fragrances. So without further ado, I'm just going to get right into the list, starting off with this fragrance right here, Versace the Dreamer. Now, I do have, this is my backup bottle. This was my first bottle that I completely emptied. And this one I've got a pretty good dent in already, as you can see. Overall though, this is a tobacco floral fragrance, and I've somewhat gravitated towards inclining more, grabbing for Dolce & Gabbana's Pour Homme. That's a fragrance I don't have a backup bottle of currently, but one I plan on getting a backup bottle of eventually. Still though, this is a beautiful fragrance, and if you're just starting getting into the fragrance hobby, check out your local rack stores, TJ Maxx, Marshall, Ross. They should have these for right around the $20 range. Really great starter fragrance, and something I still really enjoy on rainy days. It smells a little bit like a diaper wipe to some people, and I get that vibe, but overall I think this is a beautiful fragrance. Like I said, floral tobacco, and it smells a lot better wafting around in the air than it does up close on skin. So that's number 10 spot, Versace the Dreamer. Okay, number 9 spot is this fragrance right here, Aqua de Colonia, Awakening Woods of Scandinavia. So this is a $35-ish fragrance. A lot of the fragrances on this list are cheapies, which is why I could kind of afford to get backup bottles of them. But this one I've done a full review on. It's a really nice foresty kind of fragrance, a little bit of a terre d'Hermès DNA, juicy bergamot, sweet rose, and beautiful balsam fir, or like, you know, kind of like a pine tree sensation. This is my backup bottle right here. It is a tester. It is slightly different than the normal box. It's got a tester label on the bottle there, and it comes without a cap. This one you can get for like $25 instead of $35, since I got the cap. That's another great thing about backup bottles, is that if testers don't come with caps, you can usually get them discounted for like up to $10 if you already have the original bottle. But yeah, check out my full review on this one. This is Awakening Woods of Scandinavia from 4711. Okay, number 8 spot. This is a little bit of a hidden gem, another terre d'Hermès inspired DNA, but this is a little bit fresher, a little bit more woody, a little bit more citrusy, brighter, more summertime than spring and autumn than terre d'Hermès, and that is Talbot For Men. You can currently find this at, I think they have it at Saks Off 5th, Nordstrom Rack, and Fragrance X. Nordstrom Rack is charging $60 for this. I think you can get it for like $30 at Saks Off 5th, and Fragrance X has the best price for like $17 right now. I think this is a limited stock. The brand Robert Talbot discontinued making the fragrance, so whatever's out there at discounters is all that is going to be out there. Definitely worth scooping this one up while you can, especially for that sub $20 price range. And here's the backup bottle I have of it, and look at this presentation. This definitely was not meant to be a $20 fragrance. Everything about this is like it's a very heavy cap, really beautiful box, like awesome presentation here. Makes for a great gift. Like I said, sub $20 at Fragrance X right now, and beautiful scent profile. I've gotten one of the most visceral reactions from women while wearing this fragrance. So check this one out, Robert Talbot For Men. Number 8 spot. Okay, number 7 spot from the House of Lalique. Now this one is kind of cheating because my main bottle is an eau de toilette concentration, and the backup bottle is, this is eau de parfum and this is eau de toilette. As you can see, the bottles are slightly different. This one has an engraved horse's head, while this one has a screen printed on horse's head. I believe they discontinued this eau de toilette and went with the eau de parfum, and this is the only one they still have in production. I actually bought this version explicitly for the engraved glass bottle. But the scent profiles are virtually identical. This is eau de toilette, this is eau de parfum. This one is a little bit more dense and rich, so the quality of juice in this one I actually prefer, but it's virtually identical. But like I said, I only got this one for the bottle, but I had this first, and the scent profile was good enough that I was willing to fork over a little bit of extra money to get this old discontinued bottle, because I knew I was going to be burning through the juice. As you can see, this first bottle is getting pretty low, so I'm really glad to have this backup. That is the number 7 spot, Lalique Pour Homme Équus, horse's head version. There's a lion's head version under the same name, so definitely check for the horse's head version. Okay, next up we have Rojas Mustache Eau de Parfum. Really popular, kind of cheapy. Prices fluctuate rather wildly on this one. I believe I got this bottle for right around $40. This is a 75 ml, and here I have a 125 ml backup bottle. Clone of YSL's Tuxedo. I've never smelled that fragrance, but this is a really nice, almost boozy, spicy, vanilla, benzoin. A little bit of a green aromatic touch in here as well. Extremely classy. You know, like I said, it's really popular, so I'm sure you've heard about this one, but if not, definitely worth having a backup bottle in my opinion. And you know, definitely bargain shop for this one. Like I said, the prices fluctuate a lot, so try to get a good price on it. This one definitely, the 75 ml, don't pay more than 40 bucks. Okay, so that was the 6th spot. Yeah, number 6 spot. Okay, we're in the top 5 now. So number 5 is going to be Prada Lunarosa Carbon. I've got a tester bottle backup right here. This one is just like a nice dumb reach, basically a clone of Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette. You can see the juice level is getting pretty low on this one, so wanted to go ahead and get a backup bottle. I saw this for a pretty good price at a discounter, so I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger on that. Like I said, dumb reach, so it's nice to have. It's easy to burn through it because it's just something that it's easy to grab. I actually want to get a little bit of a whiff of that one. It's been a little while. Definitely something that I reach for a lot more in the spring and rainy days. Lavender is one of my go-to sort of transitional season fragrance notes, and they do this really well in here. A lot more well-rounded and somewhat creamy and less harsh version of Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette. So if you've not got your nose on this one, definitely check it out. You know, maybe test it at Sephora, but definitely backup bottle worthy. Really glad that I found this one for a good price because I was running awfully low on this one. Okay, number 4 spot is, now this one I actually didn't plan on having a backup bottle, but I'm glad I do have it because it's really versatile, easy to wear fragrance in the really cold weather. Really nice, spicy, masculine, a little bit dark, nice, slightly boozy touches. And that is Bulgari's Man in Black. Now the reason I didn't plan on getting a backup bottle was because I still have this bottle is still almost full, but this tester bottle right here for Bulgari's Man in Black, I actually found, it came up on one of the discounters that I frequent often for sub $40, and this is another 100 ml bottle. So yeah, I picked this up for like $35. I referenced the deal on my community tab, so I'm really grateful that some of you were able to pick that up. I think one of you even got 2 bottles, so essentially 200 mLs for the price of one. This usually goes for anywhere between 70 and 90 if you can find it at discounters, so picking up this bottle for 35 bucks was amazing, and so like that's basically why I have this backup bottle, is because the deal on this was so great. But I'm definitely planning on burning through this whole thing because, like I said, it's one of the most versatile, easy to wear fragrances for the depth of winter. So that is the number 4 spot. Okay, moving into the top 3. This is a little bit difficult here, but Gearline Lompe Ideal Eau de Parfum I'm going to put at the number 3 spot. One of the first fragrances I've ever owned. As you can see, juice level is getting pretty low. This is actually already my 2nd bottle, and this is my 3rd bottle backup right here. Gearline Lompe Ideal Eau de Parfum. Beautiful cherry and leather fragrance. Reminds me a little bit of Gearline's Man Guerlain, which is a woman's fragrance offering for them. They share a lot of the same notes, like vanilla and lavender and just kind of like a really nice aromatic sweetness. Almond is also one of the key players in this one. But there's also some smoke, incense, and leather that kind of help to make this a nice masculine offering while also dancing in that gourmand territory with cherry and almond and vanilla. incredible fragrance. Also one of the other fragrances in my collection that I've gotten some of the most visceral reactions from women for wearing. So definitely worth a backup bottle. Again, you know, back in the day, these used to be borderline cheapies. You could get this entire Gearline Lompe line. You know, they were running anywhere between 40 and 50. I think I got both of these bottles off of Amazon even, not even an actual discounter, for like $50. Unfortunately, with, you know, all that money printing that we did during COVID and just like the changing economic landscape, these are going for like close to $100 at discounters at the moment, but I still think it's worth that price point. It was really quite a steal. Guerlain fragrances were criminally undercosted for a long time. So kudos to everyone that got into the hobby when they did, while Guerlain was still in cheapy range for the most of their offerings. But still, I think anything from the Gearline Lompe line is worth like $100 for 100 ml. Definitely at least $1 per ml, because it's really quality juice right here. So that's number 3, Gearline Lompe Eau de Parfum. Okay, moving into the top 2. So this one is one of my personal signature scents, one of my favorite scents of all time, definitely in my top 10. I believe it's been discontinued though, so keep an eye out for this one while you can. It's a cheapie, so you can pick it up for like under $35 at discounters, and that is Hommage à l'Homme from the house of Lalique. This is a beautiful, musky, peppery, woody violet fragrance. It almost reminds me of if like Sour Patch Kids were to make a violet flavored Sour Patch. Like there's a candied violet in here, but then it's wrapped up in a nice wood and pepper and musk to kind of make it very masculine. Like I said, the name of the fragrance is Hommage à l'Homme, which means like homage to a man. So it's definitely leans masculine, but you could definitely pull this off if you were a woman if you wanted to. But I think it's more of a man's fragrance, but just incredible juice, criminally underrated. And as far as the backup bottle goes, I've got this right here, which is a shower gel plus bottle, because like I said, I believe this has been discontinued and you can only find it in the form of this gift set. So if you go to FragranceNet, search for the gift set, you can find it for right around $35 right now. Pick it up while you can, because I think this one is going to dry up and disappear forever. There was another flanker to this that I've never tried called Voyager that also is basically dried up and really hard to find right now. So if you've tried that one, let me know down in the comments how that one plays out. But like I said, definitely go ahead and get yourself one of these while you can. And my number 1 for backup bottles was really clutch. I did a video of me buying the backup bottle. This is Prada L'Homme Intense. So this was thought to be discontinued. However, recently at Prada-beauty.com, they restocked this, and I bought this backup bottle directly from Prada. The price I paid was like $120, which was about what these were going for at discounters post discontinuation. So I feel like I got a decent deal on it. And I do believe that they're bringing it back permanently, because like I said, I paid $120 for this, and even though it's out of stock on the Prada Beauty website right now, they upped the price tag to $130. So I imagine that because they are actively engaged in repricing it, even though it's out of stock, I did buy it directly from their website, and they upped the price on it since that time, which was only about a month ago. So keep your eyes out for this one. It looks like it's coming back from discontinuation. One of my favorite fragrances all time. Really grateful to have a backup bottle of it, and it's definitely a backup bottle worthy fragrance. Okay, so that was my top 10 backup bottles, fragrances I think are backup bottle worthy. Like I said, a lot of these I just have backup bottles of because they either had great deals going on or they're cheapies in general, so it's easy to pick them up. It's not really going to break the bank like buying a backup bottle of Creed would. Even though I've got a few Creed offerings that I think are worthy of having backup bottles. I didn't want to recommend any in the video that I didn't actually own backup bottles of myself. So let me know in the comments section below what fragrances you've bought a second bottle of after running out, or if you just wanted to back them up before they get discontinued. I'm actually planning on getting a backup bottle of Encre Noir à l'Extrême, because I know that if any of the Encre Noir line ever gets discontinued, those fragrances are going to be fetching a lot higher price than they're going for now. So I appreciate you sticking with me to the end of this video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.